This is the introduction to section 11.5. This is part 2. And just a quick reminder here, make sure you have these in your formula sheet. These were the formulas for the pyramids and the cones. Okay, so we want to make sure we have those in our formula sheet. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through that last page of examples here. Okay, so let's take a look here at this first example where we're finding the volume. We've got a square pyramid here. Again, we went through quite a few examples here, but we'll go through a couple more. Volume is going to be base times height of the square times the height of the pyramid divided by 3. The base is 6. The height is 6 of the square. The height of the pyramid is 8. Divide that by 3. We end up on the top. We end up with 288 divided by 3, which is going to be 96, in this case, inches cubed. Okay, 96 inches cubed. All right, so let's take a look quickly here at this problem on the right. Again, if I were you, what I would do is I'd hit pause, see if you can come up with the answer on all of these, and then go back through and see if you get them correct. All right, now that you've hit pause, let's take a look at this cone. The volume of the cone is pi r squared h divided by 3. So we've got pi times the radius squared, which is 1. 1 squared is 1, times the height, which is 3, divided by 3. So essentially, this is 3 pi divided by 3. Well, my 3's are going to cancel, and it's really just pi, which is 3.1 if you round it to the nearest tenth, in this case centimeters cubed. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look here at number 4. I'm going to skip over number 3 since it's just a regular cone, but I want to look at number 4 here because we've got a combo shape now. We want to find the volume. So we're going to have to do the volume of two things. We're going to have to do the pyramid, and we're going to have to do the prism. Well, the prism is going to be easy because this is 8. This is a cube and a square pyramid. All right, so the prism, the volume is going to be base times height times, and let's erase that real quick, base times height, the small height, times the height of the prism, which in this case is going to be 8 times 8 times 8. Which, if I calculate 8 times 8 times 8, you get 512 centimeters cubed. Okay, now I need to find the volume of the pyramid. Well, again, volume of the pyramid is going to be base times height of the square times height of the pyramid divided by 3. The base of the pyramid is 8 by 8. That's the square. Height of the pyramid is 5. Divide that by 3. And when I do that, I get 320 on the top. If I divide that by 3, I get 106.7, rounded to the nearest tenth, and this is centimeters cubed. Now, to find the total volume, I take the two numbers, 512, and I add that to 106.7. So 106.7 plus 512 is going to give me a total volume of 618.7 centimeters cubed. That is your total volume. Okay. All right, now let's take a look here at the example for number 5. We've got a cylinder and a cone. So we've got, let's go with the cone here and cylinder. I'm going to start with cylinder. Cylinder volume is pi r squared h, which in this case is pi times 5 squared times the height of the cylinder is 11. So we've got 25 times 11 times pi, which gives me 863.9 meters cubed. That's the volume of the cylinder. Now the cone is pi r squared h divided by 3. Well, you know, in this case, the radius is the same, so it's pi times 5 squared, which is 25. The height of this one is 12 divided by 3. So 25 times 12 times pi. And then I get that number, divide that by 3, and I end up with 314.5. Or sorry, not 0.5, 314.2. Well, again, I'm going to add these two together. I'm going to take 863.9 and add that to 314.2. And when I calculate that, I end up with a total volume of 1,178.1 meters cubed. That is your total volume. Okay, you're going to do the same thing in this example as well on number 6. Okay, so we've got, again, the cone and the cylinder. So the cylinder here, volume is pi times r squared, which is going to be 3 squared, times the height of the cylinder, which is 7. So 9 times 7 times pi, and my volume of the cylinder comes out to be 197.9 centimeters cubed. Volume of the cone is pi. Radius is still 3 squared. Height of the cone is 3 divided by 3. So 9 times 3 times pi, and then I divide that by 3. I end up with 28.3 centimeters cubed. And when I add 28.3 with 197.9 for the total volume, which is 226.2 centimeters cubed. Okay, so this concludes section 11.5, part 2. Don't forget to complete your WSQ when you're finished.